Is Governor Jay Inslee being considered as Kamala Harris's vice president? The answer will not shock you. Welcome to the Jason Rantz Show, presented by None Better Tax Resolution. Is Washington Governor Jay Inslee being vetted to be on the Democrats' ticket alongside Kamala Harris as their vice president? No. My God, no. Of course not. Are you kidding? Seriously? No. Jay Inslee is vice president? Not even the party that lied for years about Joe Biden's mental competency could justify Inslee on a national ticket. No, really? Is this a joke, really? Among the names being considered are Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, and North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper. Now, Shapiro could be and probably is the best choice for Harris, given he's a respected, moderate Democrat governor of one of the most important states in this election. Trump currently leads in the crucial Rust Belt states, and Shapiro can make them more competitive. But there's a problem. The only people progressives hate more than Jews are the Jews who support Israel. Democrats have a problem with anti-Semitism, and Shapiro, based on his last name alone, would alienate the far-left base and their cheerleaders, like Congresswomen Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, and Pramila Jayapal. Now, Beshear makes sense as a Democrat governor in a blue state, and he's a boring, inoffensive white dude, which Harris likely needs. But he doesn't make sense electorally. Harris isn't going to win Kentucky. Pritzker on the ticket would crush Harris's already perilous strategy of highlighting her role as a prosecutor. She'll have a hard enough time lying to the American people by claiming she supports law and order. Has anyone, by the way, checked out if her donations to her campaign go to a bail fund to release murderers? Going with the progressive who ended cash bail seems kind of like political suicide. Now, theoretically, Mark Kelly could work. He's a boring white dude who has zero chance of becoming president. Harris is the candidate because Democrats boxed themselves into a corner. They can't justify passing over a black female vice president that they picked to show that they're not racist while doing little for the black community beyond broken promises. This entire campaign is seen as only slightly less likely to lose than Biden. So they need a throwaway candidate to sacrifice as vice president. So if or when they lose, they didn't waste a potential future star. But can he help carry Arizona, where Trump has a consistent lead? Is it worth risking the Senate seat there? Now, there are two more likely contenders for the vice presidential slot. Buttigieg has as many accomplishments as Harris in that he was unqualified for the position he was chosen for. And him being a gay male is likely enticing to a party obsessed with identity politics. Plus, think of all the smears that Democrats can wage against their critics with bad faith assistance of the left-wing media. You don't support a Harris-Buttigieg ticket? Well, you hate black women and gay men. He's a contender for that reason alone. Now, Cooper, who seems most likely to be chosen, is a boring, inoffensive white guy who can't hurt the ticket. Now, can he help? Maybe, in that he's an inoffensive, boring white guy. He might also be able to turn North Carolina into a swing state again. If I were a betting man, which it turns out I am, I'd bet on him. But what about Jay Inslee, Vice President Jay Inslee? Seriously, I mean, come on, guys. He is uniquely unqualified. He's a doodler. Now, yes, he's a boring white guy with few accomplishments, but he's Jay Inslee. As he begged the Biden-Harris administration for attention and a job, he kept being overlooked for a reason. He's not even on the Team Harris's radar. Seriously, you thought Inslee was being considered? I sat down with our local tax expert and advocate, Greg Nunn from None Better Tax Resolution.
Tell me a little bit about the Fresh Start program, because again, based on how it's promoted, it seems really, really simple.
This Fresh Start program and that phrase has been around for many, many, many years now. But it's a great marketing tool to say, hey, fresh start. And in a way, for those that qualify, it is. What it essentially is an offer in compromise. And to get that, there's two main criteria a person must qualify for. One, they must have limited or no equity in assets. So generally, anyone in the Puget Sound region that owns a home and has for several years, they're going to have a lot of equity. They won't qualify. And the other is an income level. And that all depends upon your family size about how much income that could be. But both of those standards need to be met to qualify. Most people do not.
If you're having trouble with the IRS, then call Greg Nunn of None Better Tax Resolution. From stress to success, with IRS Solutions. 425-947-1967 or Google NUNN, none better, tax resolution. Did you like that commentary? Make sure you subscribe to the podcast of The Jason Rantz Show. Get it at KTTH.com or wherever it is you download your podcasts.